The explanation behind this video, because I know it's so late, that's why I'm not calling this video like 2017 favorites. It's because due to a family emergency, I spent my Christmas in Colombia, but then I had to go back to be with my parents, which I'm not gonna get into detail because that's something personal. So that's why I'm doing this now. I asked you guys on Instagram and you guys say yes, and I really want to share these products with you because I think I discovered some amazing ones. So let's just get started. Now, since I'm looking at myself at the viewfinder and I can see I look very pale, this is the first product I'm going to talk about. This is an e.l.f. blush palette in the shade Light. I'm sure you have seen me talk about this in my Instagram stories, but I haven't done a proper post about this. And this is my favorite palette because I can use this shade as a bronzer. It's amazing. It's very buttery. The texture of this shade is especially amazing. And I also love to mix actually these two on my cheeks, but I think this is an amazing, beautiful bronzer for lighter skin tones, or when you just want a little bit of warmth to your skin but you don't want too much. This is the most beautiful coral shade, which is one of my favorite blushes, and this is sort of a bubblegum pink. And since I'm super pale, I'm going to show you how I use it. So what I do is I just use a blush brush. This one is from Kiko, and I just grab product from the most bronzy shade and I start applying. Plus, one thing that I love is the huge mirror that this palette has. So I just take a little bit and I start warming up my face. And I think you can already see that this just gives my skin a beautiful sort of healthy glow. I love to use this palette when I'm using minimum makeup, and I love to use it like in the middle of the day when I want to unpop my makeup and I think it's looking a bit dull. This is perfect because I just add the bronzer, which is not a bronzer. I just add this shade of blush and then this on top of my cheeks and my makeup comes back to life. I love this palette, but let me just use it on the other side. And now I'm going to use this shade, the coral shade, on my cheeks. And that's it. This is a $6 palette, one of my best discoveries from 2017. But we're gonna start with skincare, and I'm gonna talk to you guys about two very different cleansers I discovered. The first one is this Paulas Choice Perfect Cleansing Oil. I started using this around September, and I have been using this non-stop. I usually use this at night when I'm gonna remove my makeup as a first step. I put 2 pumps on dry skin, massage this oil in, and it takes all my makeup off and it leaves my skin feeling hydrated, supple. This is hands down the best cleansing oil I have tried. And one thing, I used to love the Josie Maran, but that always left my lips with this weird taste. This, I can use it on my eyebrows, eyes, lips especially, and it doesn't have any perfume. It's just a really good way to take your makeup off. I love cleansing balms and I love cleansing oils, and this is a really great one. I highly recommend trying this one. I love Paulas Choice, and this is perhaps one of my favorite products from them. And then I have this Instytutum cleansing milk, and this is again, I think by far my favorite cleansing milk. This just feels completely luxurious. It has an amazing scent. To me, it smells a tiny bit like coconut. It feels soothing, it feels hydrating, it leaves my skin feeling happy and supple. This is great in the morning as a simple cleanse when you don't have makeup, but this is great also at taking my makeup off, and it's great as a second cleanse. So what I usually do is I just use this to take my makeup off and then use this as a second cleanse, but I love this so much. Sometimes I just use this twice as a first cleanse and as a second cleanse, and it's very effective also at removing makeup, but it's not stripping. I'm telling you guys, this is one of the best discoveries. I highly suggest trying this one. Now I'm going to talk about two latest discoveries. These two came out by the end of the year. The first one is this autocorrect brightening and depuffing eye contour cream from Sunday Riley. I still have this in my little box. I gotta say, I am the most skeptical person when it comes to eye creams. Most of them, I think they don't work. I stopped using eye cream for a long time, but since I get sent PR packages like this one, amazing, I started seeing results. Now there's something about the formula that completely brightens the skin and it also puffs. I don't suffer from dark circles at all, which that's hard to test on me, but when I sleep too much, I wake up with really puffy eyes and I put this on and this would work. And what I love is just this has a beautiful texture, is not very hydrating, is not like a gel one that just absorbs and then you don't see where the product went. And I think it really works. If you have puffy eyes and you suffer from dark circles, I think this might be a very good eye cream for you guys. This is expensive, but I think, again, with Sunday Riley, I think this is completely worth it, and I was sort of blown away by the results. Then I have this little guy from Colorescience. This is called the 3-in-1 eye treatment. This is an eye cream that doubles up actually as a concealer because it has a tint to it. Let me show you guys what it looks like. And when you blend it in, this has an amazing power of brightening the under eyes and make your eyes look well rested. One thing, don't be afraid of the tint because this is not like a concealer, so this won't settle into fine lines. It's just gonna brighten the whole eye area and it's gonna make you look well rested. Plus, because it has this metal applicator, this is gonna cool off this part and it's gonna depuff in case you have puffy eyes. Another Paulas Choice product, this is the Resist Skin Restoring Moisturizer with SPF 50. This is for normal to dry skin. This is just an amazing moisturizer with SPF 50, but it doesn't feel and it doesn't smell like it had sunscreen. It's super lightweight, yet it's very hydrating. It's easy to use, so on days where the sun is not out, or actually in winter time when we don't have as much sun as during the summer, this is my moisturizer of choice. It's just a pleasure to use this. It's fuss free, it's quick. I can skip my sunscreen, but it has SPF 50, which is really high, and they have also a version for, I believe, oily to combination skin. So take a look at this if you're looking for a moisturizer with added SPF. And this is from Alegenist. This is the Genius Liquid Collagen. This has this little yellow bits that when you put them on, they're sort of pop and then they turn into like this watery, amazing serum. Now winter comes and my skin gets drier. It's not drier to a touch and it's not like I have dry flakes. It's just I have a tight feeling throughout the whole winter. But as soon as I started using this, that feeling went completely away. And what I noticed with this is that this plumps my skin like no other product can do. I have hydrating serums, I have hyaluronic acid serums, I have hyaluronic acid boosters, and nothing seems to plump my skin and hydrate my skin as this liquid collagen does. One thing I have to mention, this is very expensive and this goes away really quickly, and that's always what I'm afraid, like I'm gonna run out, this is very expensive, I don't want to run out. If you want to see what a real plumping effect is, try this, get a sample because it's really good. Now the product I'm going to talk about is also one of my favorite discoveries. I was on the hunt for the perfect moisturizer. My perfect one before was Rosa Artica from Kiehl's, but that suddenly stopped working for me, and then a little bird told me it's going to be discontinued, and I tried probably 15 different and nothing seemed to work. Strangely, I tested 2 moisturizers from Somerville and I thought, no, this is not enough hydration for me, and I didn't like them. So I was sort of like giving up on Somerville moisturizers because I thought that line is not gonna work for my skin until they sent me this. This is the Somerville Exfolikate Glow Moisturizer. This is the new product to the Exfolikate range, and as soon as I put it on my face, I knew this was what I was looking for, because this is very lightweight, yet it has that emollient property, which is not heavy. It's lightweight, yet it hydrates my skin all day long, and the makeup goes on beautifully on top of this moisturizer. This has AHAs and I think fruit enzymes that eat away that dead skin cells and give my skin a gorgeous glow. Thanks Kate Somerville, and thanks guys for sending me this, because I sort of gave up on your moisturizers and then I found the perfect one in your line, so I'm super happy. And now I'm gonna stop talking about this. Now let's dive into makeup, because I have a good mix here, and this is no surprise, but I want to talk about this again. This is the Coola Down Patrol Primer. First, smells amazing, and this makes my makeup go on so beautifully. This is one of those smoothing primers. This is not gonna fill in any pores, but this is gonna make your foundation look flawless and just like glide on easily. That's why I love this, so I highly suggest trying this one. Again, if you're like normal to dry to very dry, this will be a very good option. Then, now this is, I'm not gonna lie, I started using this 3 weeks ago. This is the Coola Rosilliance Golden Organic BB Cream. Now, this is exactly what I thought the glossier skin tints were, but those were a huge disappointment. And in the bottle, guys, this looks crazy dark. So that's why I think I didn't use it at first. This is very liquidy. A little bit goes a really long way. But the best thing is that this gives my skin a beautiful radiance. So if I use it by itself, it's amazing. I just use this super quick with my fingers, and then I put a little bit of concealer, and this just gives me that beautiful healthy glow. But it's a velvety healthy glow, which is so weird because it sets and it gives my skin coverage, but it makes it look velvety, and at the same time it makes it look very healthy and with a lot of radiance, which I haven't found any product that gives my skin coverage with radiance and a velvety finish. No, this does, you guys. If you're looking for an amazing BB cream, try this, let it set. The texture seems like it's gonna be something very dewy, and it's not. Once it sets, it looks amazing on the skin. So this has been lately my go-to sort of foundation. I love to use it by itself and I look put together, and I love to use this under my foundation because it makes my skin look super healthy. Now you can tell I love sort of healthy products, but you guys know I love my makeup to be very natural, and I don't like to look super Instagram makeupy. Natural makeup gals, you need to try this BB cream. Now 3 more left. I'm gonna go with this one. This is the Nars Soft Matte Complete Concealer, and this is such a good concealer because the formula melts into the skin. So I love to use this to cover my sunspots and dark spots. I don't use it as much underneath my eyes because most concealers settle into my fine lines, and I usually don't use a lot of concealer there anyways. But this is amazing at cover any dark spot, redness, or just using this by itself instead of a foundation, like just in spots where you wanna even out your skin tone. This works beautifully, and I love this formula because it's very undetectable. So you use it, you set it with a light powder, and when you look in the mirror, it looks like you're not wearing any makeup. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of concealers, and you guys know that. I only use this one, Kevin Aucoin 1, the Etherealist, and the Garnier Anti-Dark Circle Roller from the drugstore. That's always my favorite one because it's, again, very natural and undetectable. But this is the closest thing to that one yet. This comes in a lot of shades, and it provides more coverage. Now, this was a complete surprise because everyone raves about the RMS Leave-In Luminizer. So I went to Sephora, I was testing the Leave-In Luminizer, but I always thought, oh, that formula, since it has oils and I think coconut oil, it's amazing, but it tends to melt in summertime, and I often go to Colombia. It's really hot there, and I don't like to travel with products that melt. And in that counter, it was the RMS counter. Behind that was the ILIA counter, and I found this highlighter, which is cream highlighter in the shade Polka, Dots, and Moonbeam. It's exactly like the Leave-In Luminizer. It's just sort of a drier formula, and I love creamy formulas for highlighters because I think they look so beautiful. They look more natural, and they give you that really true like glow from within. So that's why I love this one. If you like natural makeup and if you wear minimal makeup, trust me, cream highlighters look way better on your skin. So another favorite to the list. And the last one, this, I went to London on May last year because my husband, boyfriend, we're engaged, anyways, went to run the marathon. He didn't run. But we went anyway, and I went to Boots and I discovered this shade from Barry M. Their sticker from the name came off, so I'm gonna put the name below, but it's something apple. And this shade became my absolute favorite shade for summer. Every time I use it, people ask, what do you have on your nails? 2, it lasted for a very long time, so the formula is amazing. And I think this is a beautiful pastel shade that will match any skin tone. And I'm actually gonna insert a picture of me wearing this because this is seriously one of the most beautiful shades of nail polish I own. And that's it, you guys. We are done with this video. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up. I'm gonna link everything below, and if you have any questions, please leave it on the comments below, and I'll see you guys next week with more videos. Bye!